This story keeps taking unexpected turns. First, John Edwards admits to an affair with Rielle Hunter. Then he admits to having her love child. Those confessions due in part because of a tell-all book written by Edwards' former aide, Andrew Young. And this morning, Andrew Young is fresh off a court appearance and could be facing another one because Elizabeth Edwards is now threatening to sue him. What is all going on here? Joining us now, Andrew Young to explain. Good morning to you, Andrew.
Good morning to you, too. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. As I just mentioned, this case keeps taking twisted turns, and now the breaking news overnight is that Elizabeth Edwards threatening to sue you under an obscure law in North Carolina called Alienation of Affection. A person can sue a third party for contributing to the breakup of a marriage. Why would she be suing you now?
Well, part of what she requested was for me to return all voicemails, emails, and texts that she sent to me or left on my cell phone. And obviously, I'm hesitant to give that information over. And it was also part of the reason why I was hesitant to give over any of the information that Rielle Hunter was requesting, because initially the court was asking me to hand that information directly over to Rielle. And that information does two things. It corroborates my story, which I don't know that anybody would have believed me against any of the Edwards absent that information. But also, it's potentially evidence in the grand jury investigation.
Right. Against John Edwards. But yesterday in court, the judge did order you to turn over that videotape, right, that allegedly has John Edwards with a pregnant woman in it.
Right. And we have absolutely no qualms about turning it over to the court. I was very hesitant to. The original TRO asked that I hand the materials directly over to Rielle Hunter, and I had been told by the prosecutors, you know, I've had these materials for over 2 years. If I was going to do something with them for financial gain, sale them, whatever, I would have done it in the last 2 years. There's a reason nobody's seen these.
Okay.
And I think it's very odd that they filed this suit the day before my book came out.
All right.
They didn't do anything for 2 years.
You also, in your possession, have many of these voicemails from John Edwards, from Rielle Hunter, from Elizabeth Edwards. You are going to play, or we are, two of them exclusively right now. Let me set up the first one. This is from Rielle Hunter to John Edwards, just after Edwards had been on CNN talking about how much he loved Elizabeth. Let's listen.
My wife is my moral leader. We're all going to hell. I look, David Axelrod. Okay, call me back.
All right, that one was from Rielle Hunter to John Edwards. Now, the next one is John Edwards to you. Could you set it up?
Sure. Well, the first one, first of all, every time Rielle would see the senator discuss his love for Elizabeth on TV and about her cancer, Rielle would get extremely upset and threaten to go public. The second one is the day that, the one that we're getting ready to play, is the day after the senator had asked me to take the fall for him. And he was going to call me the way that they would typically do these things. He was going to call me, but Elizabeth was going to listen in on a second line. And he said, you know, look, if I call you, if there's anything strange going on, I'm just, you know, just act like that, you know, I mean, just know that Elizabeth is on the other end of the phone listening.
Okay, let's listen to it.
Yes.
I'm calling saying, what happened? How did this happen? You know, what's going on? And that's because Elizabeth's standing there with me, because I think I've got to tell her about this because it's moving.
Right. All right, and another breaking news element in this story today, Andrew, is that the National Enquirer is reporting that John Edwards has proposed now to Rielle Hunter. The National Enquirer in front of this story for the last couple of years. Do you believe this to be true?
I have no idea if it's true. Me and my family did live with Rielle for 8 months, so if it is true, I will wish the senator the best of luck.
All right. Andrew Young, thank you for filling in some of the details for us on this story this morning. We'll talk to you again soon.
Good talking to you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.